Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and a clash that we have in store today. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Open space at the 25. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Baker. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown Bulls! Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
With the catch, it's Powers. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
The Bulls looking to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Motion from the offense. Running to the left. And he'll be ushered out of bounds at the 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And the Bulls have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
42 Spider.
Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They want to run this quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. West Virginia is just getting torched right now, and Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game, look, I know that, but this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you...
And that pass picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Offense working from the pistol. Power football with the run. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Throwing right. He's got an open man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Looking down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Movement here from the tight end. On the move. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You have some success with the bootleg, and now you got the defense on their heels a little bit in this run game because they're not sure who's got the ball. Is it going to be the running back? Is the quarterback booting and keeping it himself? Could you play action, maybe throw it? Nice job mixing and matching the play calling here offensively.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, USF.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot. 2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USF!
And I love these designed runs, goal-to-go situations. Gotta have it. I know I get an extra blocker with now my quarterback running the football, being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Complete downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Corners are going to bail. He'll come out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Owls. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up for the PAT. Here's the snap. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's going to pass on second down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The give to the lone running back. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Bulls decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They'll leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Throws for the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Bulls! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
At the 45 on his way. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Pulls his way forward. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Finds his big tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
Number 3.
Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in College Station. They're trailing by 16 to Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gonna take a shot. And that ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Makes his connection. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Florida, 35. Florida Atlantic, 15.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Let's go!
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Gain of 3. It's now 2nd and goal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2
The
Spider.
secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
These running backs have all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They move the tight end all over. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single back. Ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I really like what I see from this offense with the lead in the 4th quarter, and they're moving the sticks. This is now the 6th play of the drive, and they've been able to stay on, bleed clock. They want to just continue doing exactly what they're doing right now.
And the Bulls are on the move. They'll give it to him again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They They've been really good moving the chains on third down. Now 1 yard away from another first down on this drive.
Get set, get set.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. A run for the quarterback. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
First down for the offense.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.